Yeah, okay, so it says I'm live. I'll hang on a little while. I say much till somebody shows up, but I think this should be talked about a little bit more. I said it yesterday in a stream that wasn't, but anyhow, so you see the name I've given it. And after watching Beyond Sex Bots, right, real or fiction, I watched that as well. And it says I said yesterday, okay, well, hello, Mr. Toronto man there. Hope things are going good for you. But when it comes to TFL, it comes to incels, and it comes to men going their own way. I think TFLers probably should go their own way. I seriously do. Only because TFLers and incels are constantly being rejected, and the stress that puts on you, the hurt it does to you, what it does to you, it tears you down, tears your self-esteem down, tears you up. Why put yourself there anymore? You know how corrupt this world is. You're living in it. So rather than live in that corruption, I would say go your own way. Walk away from them. Don't give them the time of day. But anyhow, that's not even the topic of this. The topic of this, of course, is going to be what I hear a lot of MGTOWers, and I'm looking around on the internet, and I'm seeing more and more people talking about this topic. Okay, sex dolls. Yep, you probably are eating in a restaurant filled full of single men. Probably not going to find any women unless they've already got their husband and their kids sitting next to them. And then that relationship most likely won't last any length of time either. Okay, because we're not going to treat each other properly. No, no, we're not. It's going to be about our selfishness. That's right. It's going to be about me, 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 me. And she's going to be loaded with self entitlement issues. She's going to believe she's owed everything at the drop of a hat because she has a vagina between her legs, because of her gender. But back to the sex bots, anyhow, that was towards TFL True Force Loneliness of Toronto. Okay. The point is I'm looking around and I'm seeing more and more on these sex bots. And to me, it's going to creep me out. It creeps me out. It's a freaky situation. At the same time, I realize how far down the rabbit hole we've come. They've over sexualized our society to the point that people think that they can't survive without sex. But then you have to ask yourself if you're a TFLer, how many years have you been TFL? Okay. And then you really realize that you're still alive. You didn't die from lack of. Okay. And I'm like, of course you didn't die from lack of. Okay. But the sex bot thing to me is just, I'm telling you, that is, I just, it freaks me out. There's just no way. Okay. There's just no way. I'm sorry that I can agree with it. It just shows how far downhill we've went, how far we have really went. Okay, because I understand how each gender is treating each other so wrongly. Okay, I look at the divorce rate. I look at how people are treating each other, and it's completely out of control. And so and I have no qualms with owning up to the truth. The only time I ever have any issues is when I'm doing a video and I call out the wrongs of men. It's never an issue. But the first time I call out the wrongs of a woman, I've been classified and labeled immediately as a misogynist, a woman hater, everything I'm not. Okay. All because I dared to point at a woman. Okay. Because she's being covered up by her gender. And that's been deliberately done to make men angry at women. And, and unfortunately, it just furtherly keeps us divided. But this sex bot thing, I'm telling you, I'm seeing all of these so-called, and I call them fraudulent men going their own way. Because the majority are still, I'm still on them, man. The majority are TFLers in denial. And the real MGTOWers are the guys that was married. That's right. These are the real MGTOWers. They're the guys that was married, that had kids, that had a wife, that went to work and was with her for years. And while he was working, bringing home the money, and she was taking care of the kids, she went up behind his back, and now she's throwing him away, and she's using no fault divorce, the court system, to steal everything he had. Yep, throwing him under the bus. And the hell of it is for married couples, you're in a relationship. You're man and woman, you're together, you're married, your friends commonly are other married couples. And so commonly married people have married couple friends that they get together and they go out and do things with. And so I'm just going to give you an example. You're with your woman for 15 years, 20 years, during which time, you might know Joe and Linda down the street. You might know, you might have some friends. I don't know. I mean, we're just going to throw out random names here. Randy and Sue and whatever, right? And you guys got together and you hung out. You were married couples and you went and did your things and you had a lot of good times together. You looked at each other as your really good friends. And then she files for one of the couples has a lot of drama on the side and files for divorce. And I have observed this with my own eyes so many times, even had it happen to myself. Okay. So what happens is the married couples that were friends, because one couple got a divorce, the woman is still friends with the other married couples. But the other married couples don't want anything to do with the guy. They all get together and throw the guy in front of a train. Smack! Or they throw him under a bus. Wham! And I see that happening all the time. And it just outrightly disgusts me how everybody else puts their nose in somebody else's business and takes sides with somebody over a gender when they didn't belong having their nose in their business. And if you was really this couple's friend, all the years you guys hung out, woman, woman, man, man, married couple, why are you all smashing that guy down? I guess all them years you pretended to be friends, you were frauds, you were fakes. You understand where I'm coming from? So, but the bot thing, I mean, this is just why I wanted to talk about the bots more than anything else today. This sex bot thing has got me flubbered. Because, when I heard Red Pill on steroids talk about the womb, as if you're going to have sex with this female robot that has a phony baloney womb, and you're going to somehow get that womb pregnant. This robot pregnant. And then you'll have maternity rights because now this robot that you got pregnant is going to have a baby, a human baby, and you're going to be the daddy. I think you've done lost your minds. Because first off, do you want to answer to me how is that robot going to have a baby? Come on, use your head now. Back up, use some critical thinking skills. The last time I looked, it's a robot. It don't have blood running through its veins. With an oxygen and a heart. Okay? to pumping the blood through the body with a set of lungs that's picking up the oxygen that's oxygenating the body, and on and on and on. Okay? Okay, so it's started with an artificial womb. But you're missing the point. Where is the baby going to get the blood from? Do you suppose a woman, when she's on the rag monthly, she bleeds, during her pregnancy, she's not on the rag no more? Do you know why she's not on the rag no more? Because the extra blood she loses every month is what goes into the construction of the baby. The baby. What do you think? The baby was born with no blood? Okay? This is common sense. I don't care if it's an artificial womb. Where are you getting the blood from, and how are you keeping that blood oxygenated? See, this is right here is wow. Okay, lower the lights. How do we know that we are not robots? Oh, well, the last time I cut myself, I bled. Oh, that's right, I eat a meal. I require food and water to live. A robot is a mechanically made thing that does not require food and water to live. They're going to put electronics in here. What do you think artificial AI is? It's electronics, it's computer. What happened the last time you poured a glass of water into your computer, your desktop? Oh, what do you mean it quit working? It shorted out. So, no, 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 no. Okay? We're not robots. We require food. We require water. We go to the bathroom. Yes, sir, we do. We have health issues because we don't have circuit boards. The last time I looked, I don't put a battery in myself somewhere. So I don't care if it has an artificial, because you can give it an artificial womb for sex, but it's not going to get pregnant. There is no robot woman that's built from man made materials that ain't even a human, that has electronics in it, because AI, artificial intelligence, is 100% programming in computers and electronics and chips. So where do you get that an artificial womb's going to be able to produce a baby? Has anybody ever backed up and used any critical thinking skills whatsoever? Have you even examined how your body works and how her body works on real human beings? And then took and carried that over and thought about these artificial robots? See, this is where how do you get it through people's head, man? My brother, he made a statement that you can't fix stupid. And I had to agree with him. We can't fix stupid. Only stupid can fix stupid by waking up and educating itself. I can understand why TFLers, INCELs, and men going their own way would want to replace women. I got no beefs with that, okay? I can understand why you don't want to be in the company of a woman. I totally can understand it. But you need to back up and look at the reality. How did the women become this toxic? How other men placing women above themselves? How's your television set, your public school system, your books and magazines, your media, your pornography? You want me to go on? The modeling industry, the fashion industry. There's a whole list of things that are socially engineered and us placing a woman above ourselves and pampering them that has created the behaviors of the women that you're complaining about, including gender roles, and still trying to live the caveman days in a society where women are in the workplace making every bit as much as the men. And matter of fact, there's a lot of women out earning men in high positions already. Whether you want to believe it or not, that is right under your nose. You're not opening your eyes. You're not paying attention to what's going on around you. And in reality, you literally have to pay attention to what's going on around you. Okay? To understand this. So, no, I'm not against you for the anger that you have towards women. TFLers are constantly denied over and over and over again as we got anymore. I think it's either 85-15 or 90-10 rule with the women, no longer 80-20, because I think that's gotten worse. And it is no lie, there's that many women chasing a small percentage of men and literally throwing the rest of the men under the bus. And then we have men throwing men under the bus. I don't know what to tell you other than the truth is the truth. I've told you about the social engineering, the programming, the use of Paul and figure out what they've done. And the sad thing is, men and women alike are victims of this. We really are. You know, I want the genders brought back together again. You peoples are leaning more towards sex bots. I understand and respect why you would be. I mean, I really do. I understand you and I respect you because I understand why you would be. Oh my God, do I understand it. But at the same time, okay, if you're going to have a robot for a sex bot, it's got an artificial womb, and that's going to be your mate. You're right. It has lots of perks. You're not going to be having drama. You're not going to be looked at as an ATM machine. That's right. You're not going to be treated lower than a piece of dirt on the ground. Now, of course, there's some things here I don't like when I hear people say this because they seem to forget that we all age. And this is when you say it's not going to lose its looks. It's not going to hit the wall. It's not going to get old. Well, I got some bad news for you. Things wear out with time. It's man-made. If it comes with AI, artificial intelligence, and it talks to you and it's blah, 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 enough time goes by, pretty soon it'll start malfunctioning. It'll have breakdowns, just like we go to the hospital. But you're not rushing it to the emergency room because they won't be equipped to repair it. That's right. And no, you're not getting it pregnant. I don't care if it has an artificial womb or not. It has to have a body that produces an egg. It has to have a body that pumps real blood. And it has to have a system that puts oxygen in that blood. And then it needs the vitamins and the minerals. You're not creating a baby minus them things. And these are just what they are, man-made robots. They're not going to have blood in them with a set of lungs to keep it oxygenized, the blood oxygenized. Okay. And where are you going to come up with? I mean, you're talking about recreating another human. Now you're talking about Frankenstein. You're talking about these spoof movies. I mean, well, we brought somebody back to life. We created a human being. They have clearly told you these are going to be bots, robots. When you look at the little documentary that's out there that only came out a year ago, okay, Beyond Sex Bots, which is on my channel. If you go to my page, I've liked it so you can see it. Pay attention. It's man-made parts. I don't give a shit how good that false womb is. It's still false. Creating a baby still takes blood. Oxygenated blood at that. Still takes minerals and vitamins. Last time I looked, a robot ain't gonna eat. I'm not saying they're incapable of being with DAOs. I'm telling you that you're not going to create a baby with it. And if you can't figure out how you can't create a baby with it, you might really want to back up and start reschooling yourself and waking up, because I don't know if you're drunk. I don't know what drugs you might be on. I don't know what world you're living in, what fantasy you got going through your mind. I'm talking common sense. I'm talking real life. I'm not living inside a bubble, inside of a fantasy or a mirage. It's a lot more than mimicking what real women are doing. Okay, it sure is. Your sex bot's going to literally have to have real live blood pumping through its body. It's going to have a way of oxygenating that blood. It's going to have a way of having minerals and vitamins and the proper things in it for the nourishment for a baby to be created. It's got to have a way of having these things. I don't care how artificial it is. Without them things, the baby will not exist. You will not get it pregnant. It's that simple. Yeah, but understand this. If you do your research, you'll find out that smart phones, the word smart and scientist is military. You have to do your research. That is a military definition you're using. Okay, science fiction. I know what you're saying, but see, this is where they buffaloed you, man. You're watching TV and you're buying into what they're feeding you. They put a lot of truth in your face and a lot of BS in your face. And they count on you falling for the BS and running down the rabbit hole. And they laugh at you. And you wind up looking like an idiot because you fell for a TV set. You fell for shit without looking into shit for yourself. And I'm not telling anybody they're stupid. I'm telling you we've been lied to our entire lives. You have to practice using your head and looking for yourself and using common sense and looking into things. And the first thing I would tell you is, if you want to believe that sex bots or this and this, is you need to study the human body, man and female, and understand how it works and what it takes for that body to work. Then once you've educated yourself to a little bit about our bodies and the medical industry and blood and cells and your organs and how they work and what keeps them alive and what makes them do what they do, then I want you to go back and examine the sex bot And then you'll totally understand what I'm telling you. And you'll see that it's an hallucination, man. It's a mirage. It's a fantasy. Not that the sex bot's a fantasy, because you could get a fake, phony looking female that never lost its looks. It's a sex bot. It could have an artificial womb, or you can stick your what in it and you can get off, okay? And you can fool yourself mentally into believing that you got this mate, but it doesn't make it a reality. You're not going to have a baby with it. I'm sorry, but that is the fact right there. It's not going to produce a baby for you. Because you have to use the common sense to know that the baby requires blood. I don't know of any human baby that was ever born that came out of the woman's body with no blood in it. You never questioned yourself why she's not on the rag for 9 months during her pregnancy. And her rag don't even start up right away after the pregnancy's over. Why wasn't she bleeding once a month during this time? Because this is the blood that the baby used. This is why the baby came out with a body full of blood. And a complete system manufacturing its own blood now in the baby. You're not going to get that with a robot. Sorry. It's not a human. If we're going to recreate humans, then we're not recreating robots. You're recreating humans. So it wouldn't be a sex bot, now would it? It'd be a human. If it's a sex bot, it's a robot. It means it's man-made. It means it's got electronics in it. It's got circuit boards in it. It's got what in it, little motors, little hydraulics to make the arms move, to make it walk. It's man-made. It doesn't have bones. It doesn't have veins. It doesn't have a heart. It doesn't have a liver. It doesn't have kidneys. Doesn't have bowels. Do I need to go on? Lungs. A stomach. It don't require food. You're not taking it out to eat. You're not taking it down to the club and get some drinks. The last time I looked, if you fill an electric item full of drinks, it suddenly stops working. And this is why it blows me away how people can really believe that it's going to give birth. I may be afraid of how creepy that sounds, because if it's really going to give birth, what's it giving birth to? So it developed its own circuit boards. Yep. What caused it to develop? Was it electricity? I mean, I said this was creepy, and I mean it. It's creepy. And there's just no way it's possible. You're paying attention and watching propaganda that's been fed to you, and you're not looking into things, and you're not using thinking skills. Because if you looked into things, then first off, you don't understand how the human body works. And there's lots of information out here for you. You just have to take the time to look. Then you understand how the human body works. Then when you compare it to a robot, you will clearly understand why you're not going to have a child with that robot. Okay, so, and I'm not going to give you any more crap about that, but I'm going to tell you, it's completely insane. I understand why guys would want a sex bot for a mate. I got nothing against that part. If you want to have a sex bot for a mate, you're going to take that thing to bed and you're going to pump the crap out of it, do whatever you're going to do. I don't even want to know what you're doing in that bedroom with it. Personally, you can keep that information to yourself. Okay. I really don't care to know about that. But you just go right on out there, by golly, and you have your field day with it. Okay. That's how I feel about that. Okay. And I can understand why you would go that way. That was nice. But anyhow, I would understand why you would go that way. I really do. I'm not against you for wanting one. It's not our fault that you're in this situation. But at the same time, I'm telling you, man, you go up here and you start looking into the MGTOW and you'll see all these MGTOWers like uh the one that really caught my attention was red pill. Let's see, red pill on steroids. He's a MGTOW red pill on steroids. He seems to be a pretty intelligent guy. He's waking up to a lot. But man, he done that video on sex bots and the artificial woman that we're gonna finally have our rights to our children because the woman won't be able to say anything because you're going to have your parental rights and you're going to have your rights that you don't got now with the baby being born with a robot. And I was like, holy, no, 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 absolutely not. Out of all the studying you've done and research you're doing, you need to back up and you need to go back to school and you need to study the human body before you make that statement. Because if you're going to get pregnant, it's not going to be a human coming outside of that body. I don't want to think what's going to come out that body that you're going to call a baby. I really don't. If they make that robot so it can produce something, it's going to be reproducing a robot. It's not going to be reproducing a baby, a human baby. No, no. So I don't know. I mean, what are they going to do? Put real blood in tubes inside it, call it veins, and have a little pump pumping it, something feeding it oxygen? Okay, maybe, possibly. I don't trust it. Okay, I don't trust it, and I don't think I would. And when you're talking the criminals that we have in our society who want population reduction, why would they give you something that you can get pregnant and make more with? They don't want more, they want population reduction. I've already seen where they've already started on their propaganda already. We ain't even to 20 yet, 2020 yet. And they've already started pushing their fear porn. So, it's just, and I've already been watching this. Matter of fact, I made a video that I have not posted up yet before I did this live stream. And hopefully this video won't cause them to strike me down, but you know how that goes. They could strike my channel for it because it is a political video. Okay. It is not a dating scene topic video. Yes, I did. Mark Passio's smart man, I'm telling you. I've been keeping track of Mark Passio unless I get company in my house or something happens. And then if I miss the show, I'll come back and I'll see it a couple days later after he's got it up. I like to be there on Sunday for him when he goes live and watch him live. But sometimes I have other things come up and then I can't be there for it and I have to wait for the archived version. Well, I think he speaks a lot of truth about his vegan theory. Because I'll tell you what, have you looked into cancer? Do you realize that cancer is very curable? Do you realize the real name of cancer is called scurvy? Do you realize back in the day, before it was given the name cancer, it was called scurvy and it was cured just by eating vegetables and fruits? And why would that be? Because your immune system becomes broken down and weak. And your immune system is the reason you get cancer. If you get the right vitamins, minerals, and vegetables into your body, your immune system will become strong again. And when your immune system becomes strong, your immune system will take cancer out. Cancer cannot survive in your body if you're healthy with a good immune system. Have you ever opened your eyes and paid attention to the people at the top? They don't get cancer. The elites don't get cancer. Did you ever pay attention to the Amish community? Did you know the Amish people don't get cancer? No lie, fact. Did you ever ask yourself why they don't get cancer? And why everybody else is getting cancer? So many people are dying from cancer? And every last time, it's not one of the elite and it's not an Amish person. Because cancer is created by you getting sick and not knowing you're sick. Through the foods that you're eating that are lacking the vitamins. And if you go run to Walgreens or whatever to get some vitamins, you're an idiot. They're fraudulent vitamins. They do not have the real minerals that you need in them for your body. You're only going to get it through non-GMO fruits and vegetables. You need to eat the right foods. So Mark Passio, yes, what he's talking about, I've been watching that. And I think he's telling you a lot of real factual truth. Matter of fact, I got a thing I watched on cancer this morning. I already knew most of the information in it already anyhow, but I still liked it. And it's on my homepage. I think you should go watch it. It'll give you a good wake-up call to the cancer. It's nothing but a population reduction and trillion-dollar money-making industry. That's all cancer is. It's very, very curable. Okay? And following what Mark Passio was telling you about vegan diet, being a vegan, eating fruits and vegetables, yeah, yeah, your immune system will start becoming really strong. You won't get cancer. You won't get cancer because cancer is not a disease that's spreadable. Cancer is a disease that happens when your immune system's broken down from the foods that we're buying from our local grocery stores. Now, I know that's off topic, but I've known this for a few years now to be factual truth. And what Mark Passy is talking about is probably the best thing people could do for themselves. It really is. So, that's just, I'm telling you, I have this research behind me and I've known this for a long time. I got fired up over this robot thing only because I'm seeing all these people thinking that they're going to get this sex bot and they're going to have sex with it and they're going to have a baby and they're going to have the rights to this child, they're going to have their parental rights. And I'm like, you're not having a baby with a robot. No, you're not. And this is why I'm telling you, man, I haven't watched TV in a long, long time. For years now. Okay, I walked away from that television set. That's probably the best thing society could do, man, was lose that damn television set. If you want to watch movies and shit like that for your entertainment on the side, man, I got nothing against that, but shut that damn TV set off and don't believe what you're being fed. even in your movies. Back up, use your head, and take your time and look into things and see how things really work so that you can examine things and use critical thinking skills and apply that to it while you're doing it. And you will be surprised how you can learn so much. You thought because you went to school you was educated. No, you was not. You was only told what you're allowed to know, and that's all. So I wanted to get up here and talk about these sex bots for a little bit. And I wanted to tell people I am going to post a video up that I've already made that I haven't uploaded yet. I done the video, then I come on live. It'll go up here in an hour or so when I decide to upload it. But it is a political video. It is what's going on in today's society right now. And it is the real reason that we would be having trouble with Iran again. And I'm not going to talk about it here, but the video's going to lay it out for you. Iran is not the bad people. The people of Iran are not enemies of nobody. They're not terrorists. They're not freaking bad people. Anything you're going to get in the media is all freaking propaganda and lies. There's a really good reason they're going after Iran. There really is. The same with 9/11. There was a really other good reason behind 9/11. Sure was. I'll give you a little scratch lesson here. The reason 9/11 happened, one of the actual major reasons for 9/11 was to put central banks in countries that didn't have one. That would also be the reason for Iran. Central banks. You're not allowed to have a monetary system that isn't owned and controlled by the private entity. It's about one world government, NWO. Dominance over every nation controlled by the monetary system. But watch and see. You'll see what I'm talking about. When I upload the video, that is. Okay? I'm a little hesitant about putting it up for the fact that I know it could cost me a strike. Yes, I see Kevin's here, and he would be correct about that. But one of the reasons for 9/11 was that central bank. There's two countries that did not have a central bank before 9/11. They do now. One of them supposedly had weapons of mass destruction. Yeah. That they couldn't find. That has a central bank now. Wow, surprising how they have a central bank owned by the same people that owns the central bank in America, that owns the one in Germany, okay, that owns the one in Russia. Yeah, most people didn't realize that, did they? They've already got central banks in China and Russia. They sure do in America. In a country that had weapons of mass destruction, that you couldn't find any after 9/11. Yep, that central bank seems to have gotten around. But there's a couple of spots that are stragglers. So, what can I say? That's a major reason. Oh, no, Kevin. You're telling them. Darn it, Kevin, you spilt the beans. Oh, well. I have to say that Kevin spilled the beans, dang it. But Kevin's correct. Kevin is correct, okay? So, but, the reality is they need to have it, because through the monetary system, they can control the government and they can control the people. They can also crash the society and make you pay. But if you have your own monetary system, they can't control you. But anyhow, yeah, I had to say what I had to say. But I'm going to post that video up here in a little while after the live stream. I got some good clips in it you may not like. I'm gonna give you a little history lesson, a little short history lesson in that video on your monetary system. And then I got some clips in that video that's just it should be a good wake-up call for you. You get a little bit of knowledge on the monetary system where I started when I was some of my very first research. I dug deep into the monetary system, and this has got a little fragment of information on that stuff that I know is factual. And then it's going to take you into the history of Iran, and you're going to get to see some nice things, including your nice puppet that you have in office now. Here in America, that Trump man? Yeah. And then you're going to get a good wake-up call of why they're going into Iran. Yeah. Why are they gone in there yet, but they want to? And they'll probably create a phony, baloney stage show, false flag, and tell you how they attacked somebody they didn't attack. Yeah, that would be it, right? Yeah, that Israel place, yes. That place that leads this country is, our people over there that likes to tell us what to do and we do as they say. You can't boycott Israel, right? Right, Kevin? Don't boycott Israel. Is that what they're saying? Yeah. But anyhow, but the sex bot thing, man, I'm telling you guys over there in MGTOW and the red pill guy, I have to say that MGTOW red pill on steroids, he seems like an intelligent man, but he blew me away when he did his sex bot video for MGTOW. And he talked about the men that are going to have these sex bots are going to be able to have their own babies with these sex bots. And I was like, have you lost your damn mind? You ain't having no damn baby with a sex bot. You think that you're going to do that like a regular woman, and somehow this sex bot's going to be just like a regular woman, a human woman, and produce a baby? Oh my God, and I couldn't believe that. And then the artificial womb, and oh my God, you've lost your minds. You're out there, man. Whoa, way out there. That just ain't happening. I agree with Kevin, man. That's a freak show in its own, man. I'm telling you, man, that's a freak show of its own. I stay away from that stuff. But you definitely ain't have no baby with it. I know there's some MGTOWers out there that really believe that through AI and these artificial wombs, that they're going to go home and they're going to freaking have their paternity rights because this bold bot's going to have a baby and they're going to have their paternal rights. And I'm like, no, you're not. That's the reason I came up and did this live stream on the sex bots. Because no, you're not. Wake up. Come on. Hold on. I need to shake you. Maybe I need to slap you a couple times. Maybe I need to reschool you and shove you in front of a book. But I guess the best education can get right here on YouTube. Look up a human body and see what makes that body work. You can get that lesson right here on YouTube. You can do that for the female and the male. And then you'll understand why you're not going to get that sex bot pregnant. And if you did get it pregnant, I sure the hell would be running, because I would not trust what would come out of that womb. I'm telling you, this creep show to me, man. This is totally creepy. So I had to do my creep video here, my creep live stream about a creepy topic that I see all over the damn internet. Yeah, they pretend they produce test tube babies. But I don't see them putting that test tube baby inside a artificial womb and a sex bot. I just don't see that. If they did, I don't think I would trust it. I don't think it would come out human. No, I don't. But anyhow, guys, I'm not going to stay up here, but hey, I appreciate seeing Kevin in here. And I'm not worried about you spilling the beans on me, Kevin. I was saving it for the video I'm uploading after this live stream, because I made the video before I did the live stream, and I haven't uploaded the video yet. I was waiting to upload it because, I have that thing about upload the video and get a strike. You know how that goes. Because I might be saying something they don't want me saying, even though there's other people saying it. But I'm still going to upload it. And with that being said, I'm going to get on out of here. I'm not going to be here another half an hour, 40 minutes. Some of my live streams I've gotten carried away a little bit with. And I think I've had what I've had to say about the sex bot industry now. And for the MGTOWers and all you TFLers and INCELers, I understand why you want a sex bot in your life. I see how toxic our society's becoming. But don't fool yourself into believing you're going to have a baby with it. Because you're not. That'd be totally against the elite's population reduction theory anyhow. They can't be having you have babies with sex bots when they're after population reduction. What do you think, TFL was an accident? No, it wasn't. It was engineered for population reduction. And with that being said, I'm out of here.